Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
All right. Well, let's do the damn thing. Welcome back to the Damn She Didn't Text Back podcast. Before we do anything, I want to play something for Will
What?
that I'm going to have to bleep.
Okay.
But
I have no idea.
Do you think that
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do you think people would know if I didn't bleep that?
I don't know if that's enough, but that's a good one. Thank you for opening up on that one. I was like, I need to put that somewhere, and I'm glad you just did.
Yeah, I originally when I made that for the context, the thing we bleeped is a sound bite that I got.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. That I wish I can just play.
I wonder how many of my friends got sound bites
Of you?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would be the friend that has like storing away sound
Honestly,
bites?
I know for a fact you do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have a lot actually.
Yeah.
All on my phone, all on my computer, but I don't visit them. I don't like go back and like be like, all right, I'm waiting until March 3rd.
You never know with motherfuckers. You know who else? And you really shouldn't say this, but like Owen. I know Owen's got one on me too.
Oh yeah. Didn't you you asked him to delete it,
I
right?
was like, you know what? We were just having a good time, man.
Oh wait, it was Steve.
No. It was me and Steve were having a good time. Then Owen was like, you know what? I'm going to pull out the voice memo.
But wasn't it Steve who was like, nah, we don't have to delete that. Just
Yeah, he
keep
was
it.
like, don't delete it. Yeah, I mean.
Steve's always the guy to be like, no, you're fine.
Yeah. He's always, See, you in life, you got to know the people you want to go to for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve is not the guy, should I say this? No.
Yeah, because he just thinks you could say anything.
Whatever you want, yeah.
A table talk popped up on my thing the other day, and Peter Gilroy was on it, so I was like, I'll see if this is funny. Maybe I'll watch it. And I watched like the first couple minutes, but Peter Gilroy was talking about how he was at an audition, and he was like, oh, a black guy told me, kill it out there, brother. And he was like, oh, it felt so cool. And they're like joking about it, and then like a minute passes, and Steve's like, hold on, what did you say again? Did you call him a colored person? And Peter's like, no, I definitely didn't do that. And Steve was like, no, I think you call him a colored person. And you know how it's just like you shouldn't refer to black people as colored people.
Person,
But Steve doesn't. I don't know. It's not that he doesn't get that. But it's like
he lives in his own world.
He really does.
Yeah, it's a cartoon world.
It's like the Muppets.
Yeah.
I was going to say Looney Tunes, but I think it's more like Muppets. Like, I don't know. I feel like Steve is he's a cartoon.
He is a cartoon for sure. And I feel like I'm a cartoon too, and sometimes we come together and make a cartoon together.
Hell
and
yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
But yeah, the context,
I'm William Haynes.
I'm Daren. The context of that bleep, yeah, I want to play it. When I made it originally, I have a soundboard on my.
Yeah, I can't believe that you have the soundboard.
And
still.
I added to it. But
I'm appreciative of that.
I thought that I could get away with it just by deepening the voice. But you think no?
I mean, nah. I mean, if it is what it is, if you saw, I thought I just heard somebody's ringtone going off. But if you heard it, you heard it. Yeah, everything's fine.
Hey, don't tweet at anybody. Don't try to get mad. So I don't know what you want to do, but
everything's fine.
But I will do this.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. It's question time.
Yeah, we're going to actually spread out questions throughout. So if you want to send us an email, do it to sheetandtextback@gmail.com. And also have a good time while you do that. Make sure the story is or the question is, what do you feel like we would read? What more chance that we were going to read it? If it's salacious or if it's stupid?
If it's salacious, I don't know.
I love
you know
that
what?
word.
We really don't know what kind of questions we ever really wanted.
I know, we really don't.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm going to be honest, some of them are like real vulgar, and I think that that's what people think that I like. And I need to go back and listen to some old episodes, but did I really just like say dirty shit before?
I feel like that was during a period in my life for sure where I was saying dirty things.
Because like the emos are just like, pussy, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Or, I mean, it's just legitimate questions. You know, the older you get, the more you realize people really is like that.
Yeah, it's true.
People really is like that.
Where's the question? I had a question. Okay, so this question is from Adam. And he says, my question is, as musicians and as people who depend on on using your voice, does the sound of someone's voice affect how much you're attracted to them? For me, when a girl has an aggravating voice or overall tone, it's a big turnoff. What do you think?
An aggravating voice?
Yeah, like maybe too aggressive or...
See, I'm not the guy on that one.
They put weird inflection on certain words?
I'm a strong, like, I mean, a lot of dudes will tell you this, but I'm a strong lover of strong women. So, like, you know, my mother is a very strong speaker. So, like, a lot of dudes, my mom could say anything she wants to me. So, like, when women speak to me, I'm like, yeah, you can say whatever you want to me. But some dudes are like, she can't speak to me like that. I have no rule.
Okay, so you're fine with aggression, but what if it's like, what if she sounds like a mouse or like super high pitched or just like a weird?
I don't know if I would be with her.
Yeah, so that would be...
Just me in particular. And, you know, maybe someday I'll be like, you know what, this mouse woman is it.
Oh, really?
You never know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've never really, like, thought about... There are people out there, unfortunately, for them, and for me, because I gotta listen, they have bad tones. They got weird sounds, and that sucks. I might be one of them. I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not. But there every now and then you come across a voice and you're just, ooh, you got one of them.
Yeah, I'm a keen lover of interesting voices. Yeah, I feel like I surround myself with friends like who have interesting voices.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yourself, Trent, like everybody, like Jessica, like just people who have interesting voices.
What if that's your only criteria for
friendship?
For friendship?
No, I think that's a good way to get me in though. Is if you that's I feel like. If you were going to trick me into doing some shit, you'd have to, like, have a real smooth voice.
It's weird.
That's how you can get me.
I was recording voiceover at Defy with Noah, and it was, like, a bit for like a, you know, what's the Animoji thing, the new iPod thing?
Oh, yeah. Thing? I don't know what that's called, but
whatever
I've seen
the fuck it is. He was doing, like, a bit on that. So, you know, majority of the time we're filming it, so I'm like kind of focused on everything, whether he's reading a script or he's just kind of talking on a couch. But this time it was just for animation, so I was just listening to his voice, and I was like, oh wow, he's got a great voice.
Yeah,
he's perfect for cartoons.
Oh yeah, he's very emotive when he speaks.
Yeah, no, like there's so much character in his voice.
From Smosh, them Smosh kids is weird. I've never had a normal experience.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Y'all always up to something.
I have great memories with him, and my favorite one is when I first met them, but we'll save it when they come on. I talked to Keith and he's like, oh yeah, I'll come through. He wanted to come through this Sunday, but I was like, I'm not sure, I'll let you know.
No, I wanted him to. Good. I wish we had done that. Yeah,
we're gonna
cool
have
guy.
Keith Leak and possibly Noah Grossman on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk some bullshit. All right.
I'm glad. You know, we may have spent some time away from each other, but we somehow accumulated the same friends.
That's true, huh? It's weird.
Like what?
How did you even meet them? I know I tried to introduce you.
And I don't think I never did at that time.
Yeah.
You didn't. How did I end up meeting Keith and Noah?
Well, I know you and I were on Noah's show.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about? Isn't that great? We did that. Damn.
Oh God. So you know, there was a time in our lives.
We haven't spoke about this.
No. Yeah. Where we did not like each other as people, and we had to be on Noah's cooking show.
Was that August?
August, I believe. Yeah.
August.
August.
In August of last year,
yeah,
we were still living together.
And we were still living together too. I honestly really enjoyed it though, dude.
I had a great time too.
Oh, did you really?
I really had a great time. When that whole fight scene at the end broke out,
that
was so fucking funny.
It really was good to do, huh?
It was weird though. Like we did the show and it was fine. It felt like she didn't text back, but on the video somebody else is. And then when they were like, "Cut," it was
bam.
over.
It was over.
Damn,
that's a fucking good one.
But we Noah has a cooking show on YouTube. I don't even know if they still do it, but Will and I went on it because our friend Joe and Noah asked us.
Yeah.
Actually, Noah texted me and he was like, "Hey, dude, I would love to have you on the cooking show." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, okay." And I got kind of nervous about it. And then 2 minutes later, he texted me. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we also want Will too. So like, go ahead and just ask him." And like, you and I hadn't spoke for like 2-3 weeks at that point, and I was like, "Fuck." What do I do now?
What do I do? Yeah,
and I don't know.
I don't remember. I think Joe was the one that told me. He was like, "Oh, be on the show," and I was like, "Okay." I love it when shit like that happens.
That's life. That's life testing you.
Yeah.
But then I remember I got to the shoot because they told us to be there at a certain time, and I got there a little early. But you were like an hour late.
Yeah.
And they were upset about that. I think you didn't realize the shoot was that day.
I was at people be like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you had a regular job. Yeah, so then when you came, I had to let you in, and then we just like walked down that hall together.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we looked at each other. We might have just did like.
I feel like I gave you a lot of looks every time that happened. I remember I was always like, I just want to look, and I always did. Yeah.
Take a look and see what's happening.
Yeah.
But we did the show and it was fine. It's still on the internet and you can see it.
Yeah. I think Megan Batoon was there that day too, huh?
Really?
And I think I was an hour late. And I was like, oh, I didn't get to see her either.
I'm around Mega Batoon so much, but always a couple hours too late. Like she was just there.
She was just there, and everyone's talking about her. What a glow!
I know, right? I don't know if I really. The only time I really spoke to Megan is when she came in that one time. And she's great. I wish I was friends with her.
She's always saying some smart stuff. Yeah.
Maybe she could teach me how to dance.
I've
been really trying to do that.
Yeah.
I've been trying to. I really want to be a good hip hop dancer.
Yeah. I have a friend, Subin, on Instagram. Everybody should follow him. I don't know what he's actually. He's a break dancer. He's
really?
Absolutely incredible.
That's the shit I don't want to learn.
Why don't you? What, you don't want to do that?
Breakdancing looks cool, and like I guess it would be a cool thing, skill to have. But I want to like.
That might be the coolest thing in the absolute world.
Breakdancing?
Yeah, you don't feel that way? You don't agree with me on that?
Nah, I'm more impressed by like Ian Eastwood.
Oh, okay. So like I'm emotional and I'm gonna hit these moves right here. Okay, yeah, both are really cool.
Yeah, sometimes I get high and I go on his Instagram and I watch those videos on loop and I'm just amazed. I'm honestly more amazed because he'll put up like a self-recorded video just like with his iPhone, like in a hotel room or in his apartment or house wherever the fuck he lives. And I'm more entranced by those than like the professional shot ones.
Yeah.
I don't know
why.
Right,
I'm gonna make one for you.
All right. I want you. Have you seen? Do you follow Kevin Hart on Snapchat and shit? You know how when he has a Snapchat where he has music playing and he's just dancing?
Yeah.
I want you to do those.
Okay.
Because he doesn't break. He's not telling me whether it's a joke or not. I don't know if it is.
Man, you know what's something I've been saying for a while?
What?
Kevin Hart on social media. I've been saying for the past couple months, I've been like, he looks so sad.
What do you mean?
Like, he's not that character that he used to be anymore. Like, he's just jumping up and like being like, hey, everybody. I was like, he's really like, he's coming into something else. And I was like, is he like about to, I feel like his next comedy special is going to be way darker. He's not jumping up like that anymore. He's not dancing around like that.
Do you feel like he feels like he doesn't have to do that anymore?
I just probably doesn't want to. You can only do something so much.
Yeah, I mean he really looks older too, and he just looks tired.
Yeah,
like
you would have to be
for the amount of shit that he does. He's got to be tired. He's got to be fucking just dead all the time. Did you see the shit that he got into?
Oh yeah, I did.
Damn.
My goodness.
Honestly though, his honesty might have diffused it. So there's some Kevin Hart shit going on. I don't even need to say what it is, but
because everybody knows.
I know, fuck, right? Maybe everybody doesn't know the details. I don't even know the details, but from what I read on the internet. But like he fucked up in his life, and he posted a video on Instagram being like really real about it, and was just like, yeah, I got a target on my back. And
see, it's that new Kevin Hart. The old Kevin Hart was like, hey, everybody, like, let me tell you about this. But the new Kevin Hart is like, actually.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Maybe he is sad. I mean, obviously he fucked up.
I don't know.
But it seemed like, I feel like if he didn't do that, and the headlines came out that this girl was trying to extort money from him, that would have been everywhere. Did you see this on Twitter?
Yeah, I read all about this. Yeah, but you can give us a brief.
But okay, so allegedly Kevin Hart cheated on his wife, according to this girl, and she has like 3 video clips of supposedly Kevin Hart is in there. I think the first one they're like in a club, maybe they're kissing or some shit. I don't know. The second one, I think it looks like the 2 people are in a bed or something, but you can't really even tell it's Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
But long story short, she wanted, I'm assuming, millions or she's gonna release it. And in the video, he says, "I'm not gonna let someone do that to me." Which means like I'm not gonna give you millions of motherfucking dollars. I'm just gonna say online, I'm on a public forum, that I fucked up and I apologize to the ones that matter, my wife and my kids. And honestly, I mean, he fucked up, and I think that's a real dumb thing. But I think what are you doing?
I just had to do something else. Okay, keep going. You're doing a good job.
I think him diffusing the situation like he did was
you believed it.
I believed it, and I did feel that he was genuine. I don't know if it's true or not. But he's a good actor. But like also there wasn't a lot of like backlash. It seemed like I feel like if that didn't happen.
No, Black Twitter went off.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, Black Twitter is just the memes.
What the fuck is Black Twitter?
You don't know about Black Twitter?
Is this a different website?
No, it's Twitter, but it's like you go to these hashtags and all the little icons are like Negroes.
No, and they're defending him?
You have a great time there. No, they're making fun of him. Yeah.
Oh,
you don't know Black Twitter is a thing. Like, you never heard that term before?
No, I never
No,
heard
it's just like where black people be on Twitter. But
wow.
and they're all making fun of him and doing hella jokes.
This is a hashtag? Black Twitter?
I don't know what the hashtag is, but like, just, find a black guy, like Trent will show you.
Oh, shit, man. This is a whole world. I don't even know. Why you stand it, Will?
I just had to.
And you got a mic stand.
I'm holding an entire mic stand
you
in
really
my
are.
hand. It's like and it's just.
Does it just feel right?
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? Maybe this time this way. This is my favorite one.
Does that help?
No, I mean, yeah, it's good.
You ever want to go fishing?
No, absolutely not. I just don't want to kill anything. If I was, it would be a fish.
Is it true that the fishes aren't hurt by the hooks in their mouth?
I don't know. That's some shit people say.
So if a scientist came out and was like, "That's 100% true," would you catch and release?
I try to only do things that I need to do. So like, I don't really need to eat a fish, but let's say something happened.
You're not eating it. You're throwing it back in.
Oh, just to catch him and put a hook in his mouth.
Well, you're feeding him too, so there's like two sides of the sword.
Ripping his jaw open though. I don't know if I'm ripping his jaw open. Are you serious?
I think you can pull it out in a way. I mean, regardless.
Are you seriously asking me if I'll rip a fish's jaw out?
For the pleasure of you just
being relaxed in a boat.
Yeah.
I can't swim.
Yeah.
So being in a boat is not like to people.
Have you ever been in a boat?
Oh yeah, I've been in a boat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're not scared?
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say. To most people, being in a boat, it's like, oh, I'm surrounded by water. But me, it's like I'm surrounded by death.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, like water.
Oh, because you can't swim.
Because I can't swim. If we go
but you still do it?
I mean, yeah, only on times I trust. Like, if my friend is like, I have a boat, I'm like, tell me more.
Would you ride a jet ski?
No.
Really?
No.
Damn, the most fun I had in my life is on a jet ski.
Motherfuckers like you really love to be out there.
What about with the life vest? You ain't gonna drown?
Nah, just still being trapped out there. Like, people like to do jokes where they're like, we're gonna drive away.
And leave you?
And that could be real funny until they're like, oh, it's conking out. But I'm already way back there. So, like...
I don't know. I think that's the jokes you see in the movies.
No, see, people think that kind of stuff, and this bad stuff happens to them in real life.
I guess that's where the writers got the inspiration, is from reality.
Yeah, I like to worry about things like that. Yeah, my water travel is very little, though.
Okay, what about, like, the thing that the people pull on the boat? Like, they have the boat, like the river raft, and you, like, go flying. The boat is, like, going 30 miles an hour, then turns to the left sharp, and the raft just flies.
Yeah, the water is not fun for me at all. I'm not ever trying to have fun.
But, like, you haven't even tried to experience it.
Yeah, that's not something I'm into at all. Maybe I should learn how to swim.
It's really fun. I think you would have a great time.
You're right. That's the one thing that's not in my... Well, there's a bunch of things that's not in my life. But, like, a swimming pool, off the bat would be dope.
How often do you do things that are, like, suspenseful?
Not very much at all. Thinking about going to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, I'd like going to that place. That place is fun.
Yeah, it's I don't really like scary things.
It's a good time. I mean, I think as you get older, your taste buds change.
Yeah.
And who knows?
You're right.
What it's not taste buds, but it's preference. Your preference might change.
Yeah.
I think that you
think I might like to get scared?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, why not give it a shot?
Okay, maybe it might inspire some shit. There's a specific type of scare I think is A-okay.
What's the kind of what don't I like? What emotion?
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability?
Oh, yeah. That's the one you don't like? Yeah.
Well, that's the one I'm like the least comfortable with. What is something that you can go to or do that tests it? Like, if you don't want to get scared, you go to Not Scary Farm or Halloween.
How do you test vulnerability?
Yeah, like where's a place that you can go?
I feel like that's an everyday situation.
KFC?
That's a good-ass question. I'm so glad you asked me that. How do you test your vulnerability? Dude, I might have to come back to you in like 4 years.
With the answer?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm not going to remember.
I will. That's a good one.
Oh, the Hotline Bling music video. That's where you can go to test vulnerability.
Dude, that's my favorite thing. Like, to this day, if there's something not different between me and 2015 me, it's like, that's still my stuff. And it's like, the video's cool, but like, that hit me.
The video?
Yeah.
I remember when you texted me. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember what I said.
Do you remember the time though?
I remember what it had me yiped. Yeah.
But you were in your car and I was in my room. I don't think we were speaking at that point. And
wait, in 2015,
yeah,
when the Hotline Bling video came out.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
This is like the cusp of shit. Yeah,
this was the start of it all.
Yeah,
and you said, "I know you're not talking to me right now, but can we push that bullshit aside for 1 hour and talk about Hotline Bling?"
That's true. Yeah, you're right. That did happen.
And you said, "I'm crying in my car right now."
Oh yeah, that it was. It
but
got
crying
me.
To make it clear, crying about Hotline Bling.
Yeah,
not about anything else.
Yeah, like
it really affected you, huh?
Oh yeah, I was like, that's dope. Yeah, I had made a video on my on my computer apologizing to you. I was like, I need to articulate this.
Oh really?
In one specific way. Yeah.
I honestly don't even remember what happened.
Me either. Of course not. No one ever do.
Yeah, because it's not important.
You know what it really was though?
What?
That Bay Area trip we went on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when we went to the Bay Area.
That was, and that's not even your fault, man. Looking back, my fault and the other person's fault.
Yeah.
Other person is the one that lives in the Bay.
Yeah, and I felt, and it just that kind of, you know what it really was? I really have narrowed down the very beginning of it.
What?
Was when Elliot had a stand-up special. We were driving there. It had nothing to do with Elliot. We were just going to his stand-up special.
No, when we went to a special, we went to Vegas after that, didn't we?
Yeah, and I feel like that's when it kind of, I felt like that was like the last few moments of, or the beginning of it.
Is that when we saw Drake?
No, I don't remember why we went. No, that's when we drove to the Bay. It was when we drove to the Bay, not Vegas. Yeah.
We drove to the...
Yeah, that day we went there, and then we drove to the Bay. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, that's an inciting moment. Yeah.
What about that one? You like this sound effect?
I do love the jungle, though. This puts me somewhere else entirely. I have an idea that's really really trying to breathe within me for the jungle.
You should fucking write that down. Breathe within me from the jungle.
Yeah. It's trying to breathe. It's trying to become something. Like a good project breathes. Like, yeah, that's if it feels like it's alive, then it's a good project. And I have this. I note you. I'm still holding an entire mic stand. Yeah.
Standing too. Hold on. I'm gonna take a photo and I'll tweet it out later. Give me a second. Let me get the. Should I get the flash going? What do you think?
Definitely.
Fuck. All right, here we go. Say cheese.
Yeah, I'm holding a mic stand. What were we talking about?
I don't remember. Oh, so Hotline Bling? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah. Why? Oh, yeah. I really liked the video.
No, you were talking about how you're marinating a new idea.
Oh, yeah. About the jungle.
Yeah.
I can't even get to that yet.
I'm excited for Jumanji. You excited for that shit? They in the jungle? Like, I don't care what people say. I love The Rock. Yeah, and I want to have dinner with him. But I support the movies he does. Like, I just watched Central Intelligence. You ever seen that movie? Him and Kevin Hart?
No, I never did.
It wasn't good, but I fucking loved it. And it's funny because the Rock and Kevin Hart low key kind of switched characters. Like
he was like, I'm the straight man now.
Well, they were both kind of what the fuck, raining and shit. They were both kind of wacky characters, but the Rock was very much the old Kevin Hart that we were just talking about.
Yeah,
the very chipper, yiped character. Yeah, the yiped character, which was kind of cool to see. Should I kill that?
Yeah,
you didn't like that.
Yeah,
you just straight up pointed.
Yeah, like, I feel like you knew. That's good communication skills. I think we're onto something good though.
With what?
Everything that's happening.
Oh, really? Just in life?
Yeah. I've been feeling like I've been feeling a little not down. I've been I don't know. I've been like really in my I've been in my feelings really deep about something, and
you don't know what it is.
Yeah, like just something like there's just this something that's been creeping on me, and I don't know what it is, but I feel good about it.
Is it what we talked about yesterday?
I don't know. That's really all I can tell you. I've just been like kind of like Pete. Like I haven't been good. I haven't been bad. I've not been bad, but I haven't been good. I've been like things are not the best that they've ever been in my life. Like things are.
So then you are good. You're just not great.
Yeah, I'm just not great, but I feel like all of us could have a really good thing coming to us soon.
I was thinking about it. When we did Sam's podcast yesterday. By the way, we did Sam's podcast, Sam Basher, if you don't know, Only Stupid Answers. You can find it on onlystupidanswers.com. Yeah, I think the episode is live now, so if you're listening to this,
that's great.
It's up. You can find it. Great episode. But I was thinking when we were doing the podcast with Sam and DJ, I was like, man, in 10 years, are all of us going to be successful in like whatever we wanted to do?
I mean, if you really want
and not even like, what if one of us decide we don't even want to do the entertainment industry anymore? We did something else. We want to become a dentist. Like, do you think that what if one of us is like homeless? That's so possible.
Given a friend, I mean, yeah, that very is possible. I do have a friend who is homeless. I mean, like technically, who and
where you go,
or a nomad. When I was talking to Keith about this. We were talking about homeless, and he was like, "What's that mean in LA?" He was like, "Cause you could be homeless in LA, and like that just means like you vagrant, like you just go places, you go where you can." But yeah, that's definitely a thing.
What does that mean though?
Like
couch surfing?
You don't, like couch surfing.
Like that's not bad or something.
Yeah, I mean like in a city, that's like a very popular thing. Like in a popular.
I wouldn't want to do that.
I couldn't do it either. No,
I need a place where the bathroom is comfortable.
Yeah, dude, you're telling me,
and it's mine.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. And also having a room is introverted thinking. Like I think you would call, but like having time to yourself. Like if you never have a space that is only yours, you'll never get to be inside your own head. Which is like for introverted people like us, we have to have that. And like, we've done okay for our lives and we have spaces and homes. And that's because of how we are. We're like, I have to have a zone for me.
You know what you need to kickstart what we officially need to bring back?
What?
The pod. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I know about the pod. Dude, you think I've stopped thinking about the pod?
You know
That's why Hotline Bling was such a good video to me, because I was in the pod.
You know what fucked me up the other day? You remember the design of the pod, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
How it's like a thing you get in, and it's kind of like, it's like, is it oval shaped?
Yeah, I forgot. I feel like it kind of looks like a mouse, a computer mouse.
Yeah, there was an ad on Facebook, like literally last week. I was going to screenshot it, but I didn't. I forgot to. It was called Pod something, and it was literally the same thing.
Yeah, oh really? People are trying to do it? Okay, yeah. I'll link up with them then.
But I think that this is how I remember it. You all right, Will?
Yeah.
It was posted during like all the hurricanes and shit. Yeah. So this one is also waterproof, and it can be dropped from like fucking 20, 30 feet and still not fuck up. Like that's how
really
sturdy it is. So if like let's say you're in your house and hurricane whatever's coming through and knocking your shit down, you jump in that and you're safe, and there's like enough space to store food, I think for like 4 days or something. Man. But so it's essentially like the original pod that you originally wanted to invent, but to the next level.
Yeah, that's something else entirely. I really want to create a relaxation entertainment space, a cocoon, and I think that's really what I need to go into. I feel like that's what I really want right now, and that's vulnerability. That's when
what, making some shit?
Yeah, I really want to cocoon myself. I want to, and if I had a pod that I can get into and that was really warm and had vibrations that I were positive,
and you can change the colors of the lights.
Yeah, and it just became just like a tone. I think that's what would help elevate to the next. But that's vulnerability. If you put yourself into a zone where you were like just trying to grow, if a big old lightning strike happens in your growing process, that will hurt you in your growth, and that's what like vulnerability is. So I think cocooning yourself is a testament to vulnerability.
And then come out as a butterfly.
Yeah, you can come out, or whatever else, as much as you decide to grow, you can come out like what Slimer from Ghostbusters.
I don't know what that reference means, but I do know that I want to learn how to fly.
Yeah. If that means a lot to you, then maybe you should cocoon yourself. The winter seasons are coming, my motherfucker.
Damn, don't try to come at me with a threat. I don't feel comfortable.
You can do whatever you want to do.
What?
Nothing. I'm thinking of doing lean.
You're thinking of doing lean?
Lean, yeah.
Like syrup, scissor in the cup?
You put some like soda in.
You see that Lil Wayne had like more seizures?
Did he really? Yeah. Oh man, my man.
I'm scared.
It's not looking good.
Every time that there's a headline, I'm like, please don't say
I know.
R.I.P. Lil Wayne.
Somebody came up to me and showed me a photo of a Twitter moment with Lil Wayne and said, Lil Wayne dead, 36.
Holy shit.
And I was like, what? And he was like, I'm just kidding, man. I'm like, don't do that shit.
What, they made it? They photoshopped it?
Yeah, they found somebody on the internet photoshopped it. And I was like, I believed it too, because, he'd be up to stuff. Lil Wayne's an incredible music artist.
But how come I feel that that's going to happen? Like, not soon. I don't want to say that. That's horrible. But
it's a possibility.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He publicly drinks a thing called lean, which is when you put soda in cough syrup, but it makes your voice like... It's good for rap. Like, if you want to have a real smooth, like, it's good for performing, too, because it puts you, like, where you almost knock the fuck out, and you're like, yeah, baby.
You're using your influence for good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that's how people of that genre look at lean, but let's be honest, lean is poison. You're poisoning yourself.
Go and listen to any Future song.
But you get a Future voice, an unreplicatable voice.
Listen to his lyrics, though. That man's real sad.
I know. He's like, I just take the next pill. Fuck the next bitch.
Yo, but his lyrics are dark though.
Yeah.
Like, man, yeah, they're really.
I really fuck with Future. I think that he's like, I mean, I feel like in real life, most people like that, I'd be like, it'd be off-putting to me. But for some reason, I feel like if I was in the same room as Future, like, there'd be fun. Like, I could make him laugh.
Do you think that it would be hard to communicate with him?
Most people like that, it would be. But I feel like
shit is hard to understand what he's saying.
Yeah, he has such a complex voice because of the lean.
Is it the lean?
And probably naturally too. He probably already had an interesting voice and then did lean too.
You should YouTube search Future interview from like 2000 or some shit.
Yeah,
whatever the first.
Oh, and see what he sounded like. Yeah,
I wonder if he sounds the same.
So okay, if we're just gonna be real, let's just keep it real.
All right.
Future is a rapper that does brain pills, like Percocets, like Adderall. So he's like
I don't really know what Percocet is.
Like Adderall. You know what Adderall
I know
is,
Adderall,
though?
yeah.
And then that's so rare that you find it. Like, I'm sure you could say a rapper, like they'll be like, "Oh, these rappers do Adderall," but like a popular rapper that's like on that Adderall vibe, like whatever shit you're doing, it's gonna come off in the music you do. And that's why Future has a new music video every 3 weeks, and he's always got a new mansion and 12 beautiful women. It's because he's on Adderall. It's like.
He probably makes so many songs too.
Yes, probably so many. I think if Drake actually talked about it, like when they're not doing things, they're like, "Future, you got 15 minutes," and he pulls out his laptop and then starts doing some more stuff. I'm like, this dude is on.
Really?
Yeah. So
I think it was Calvin Harris. I think it was an interview, or maybe no, Diplo, one of those motherfuckers. I was listening to an interview and they were talking about how they were in the studio with, I believe, Future and Rihanna. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But like, for like 5 hours or some long extended amount of time, Future was just playing records all night, and Diplo was only there to play. Diplo or Calvin Harris were only there to play a record for Rihanna because they wanted her on it. And he's like, "Motherfucker, can I please like play a song?" But Future was just like had so many because you know, they're trying to get Rihanna on the track, because if you get Rihanna on the track, you're gonna be number one. You know, that's
because she's very good.
She's the one of the biggest fucking pop stars. So you know, he's just playing her hundreds of tracks. It's like, imagine you had hundreds of almost practically finished songs. Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds out. Now that would be crazy. You just pick the one that you want to come out this week. How would you?
Who the fuck picks what is coming out? How do you know?
I want to say that you can never run out of material, but it gets to a point where you have said everything that you wanted to say, and then that's weird. You're
just saying it in a different way.
But see, then your creations can be driven from something else entirely. He's like real life stuff happening, like the money phone. You heard the money phone situation going on?
What's the money phone?
Where Jay-Z was like talking about, "Oh, y'all rappers with the money phone, that shit's stupid," in one of his songs.
Yeah.
And Future's like, "Oh, I got the money phone." So then when you are dictating your music straight from real life events like that, you can't run out of material anyway. Like, you could write as much as you want.
I'm surprised that there's no rap, because I feel like an actor would do this. Maybe like a John Mayer type folk would do it. How aren't there rappers who, like, you know, they rap about their life, hopefully, and they've been, let's say Drake, he's been talking about pretty much the same shit for like 6 years now. You know, maybe 10 years ago it was slightly different.
He switches it up.
But, you know, for the most part, it's been about the same shit.
It's his story.
I'm famous, fuck a lot of girls.
It didn't used to be like this, but now it is.
Yeah, and then that one girl got away. But, like, what if they, like, do what, like, a method actor does and, like, goes, "Oh, I'm going to play this character for 6 months. I'm going to write a whole album from that perspective," because then it makes your music from different perspectives, which is kind of what Kendrick does. Like, Kendrick sometimes, and even Logic.
And you know what? I think that is fine. Yeah. That's good.
I mean, it's kind of like, have you have the Arsenio? Like, it's writing from somebody else's perspective.
Because it's still you. You're still. I feel like. You're still doing you in this fictitious world.
It's just how you would portray it.
I feel like I got to a spot in how I was writing recently. I was like, oh, I finally am writing straight from my own, like, I don't know. I feel like I got present in my writing techniques. Like, I've learned how to just talk how me. Like I know how to just like at first, when my first like 100 songs or whatever much, it was like I was like looking for something, some sound.
What you think a rapper would say.
Yeah, and then I was like, during this process, I was like, now I'm writing as me, and I was like, these are like it took like a year of doing things to be able to like do the same way that I would do a news video, to be able to exactly write my voice on here.
What's your process when you write? Let's say you write a verse. Do you ever go back and rewrite it or change anything, or is it like once you write it, I'm good? Or do you try to go back and like even change syllables or phrasing?
Well, yeah. I mean, all of them are different. Like, I'm sure I've done it every single way, but you know what? Like, I think because I think you talked about you do them one at a time, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't do them one at a time all the time. Like sometimes
I'm doing them one at a time now. But before, when I do the projects, the EPs, it's like 6 songs at once. And I don't know. I definitely don't prefer it.
I think Kendrick also does that. I think he talked about an interview like they do a song and then they finish it and then they start another song. But for me, because of how I am as a person and like living out different storylines at once, I'll be like this and that, and then leave it alone. And then like for certain things, I'm like, okay, I have to live that one out some more, and I'm like, then you write that on there, and you're like, and then you listen back and you're like, I could have said that with this word, this different way of saying, instead of the other.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll write a bar or two or a verse and record it, and then I don't write the second verse instantly. I kind of like want to go live my
you told me about that,
so I can come back with a new flow or a new set of ears, or I rewrite the first verse. That's good. I can't write quick.
It's helped me in life, like and motivating me to like finish some part of my life, because I'm like, that song needs an ending, but I haven't lived it yet. And but that can lead you in some dangerous territory, because like some people are like, I don't need to be talking to you anymore, but I feel like I'm just trying to write something.
What do you mean?
Like you're like, I have literally like, I'm like, like you write a song because something struck you emotionally, and then you're like, I'm going to create something about it, and it just wasn't enough to finish the song, and you're like, all right, I'm going to go talk to this person and finish the story, and then you're like, ooh, that hurt, but then you write something and it's like, ooh, I liked it even though it hurt my feelings, and then you're like, and then you just keep digging that hole deeper and deeper.
I used to Megan Tonjes, I used to write a lot with her, and I still do when I get a chance.
She's really good.
She's a fucking fantastic writer. But we used to always, like maybe 5-6 years ago, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, we used to talk about how we would purposely date shitty people, or like go, like, let's say you're in a relationship and it's towards the end and you're like, I shouldn't go over there because I like this shit's over, but you just go, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyways, so I can get some material.
Material, like, and it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's like living poorly. For your art.
Yeah, I think I learned about that. I was like, oh shit, I accidentally really hurt my feelings.
Your own feelings?
Yeah, like you just like some stuff, like I feel like if I wasn't trying to create things, I would just let it go. I would just be like, okay, it's whatever. But like, because I was like, you know what, I want to inspire, because some people really inspire, I've noticed. Like, some people, like, when you look at them, it's like they are instantly writing the narrative. But, so you're like, I want to talk to this person more and more and more, but you don't have to.
Some people think that you inspire.
I appreciate that, and there's some people that really inspire in life,
That's weird, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird how that works.
Like, and it's just like, and what I've learned too is, remember the duality, which I think I almost called this album, I told you. It's like,
that was the original concept, right?
Like even though on the outside this like inspires and is the most beautiful, sometimes that thing and like, or that person or feeling is like on the inside, like so opposite because of that duality. But
I want to know who your idols are inspired by.
Oh yeah, that's always good to look into.
Do you have an idol these days?
No.
No idol, huh?
No. And I always had a guy.
Yeah, ever since I've known you, you've always had a guy.
Yeah, I've always had somebody, and like I've been lucky enough to work with like so many of them, but like no, there's nobody I'm like there's nobody I'm like chasing like that.
Interesting. Is there anybody, any music that you're, well, like, what do you, when you go in your car, what's that besides your music?
Like everybody wants to say I play Drake and shit, like, but like I definitely play me the most. Yeah, I play me absolutely the most. Like,
is it because you're just listening to it to enjoy it, or you're listening how you can better it?
Well, how I make my shit is like I'm doing it like for me. It's definitely like I'm making music for myself, but like by the time I'm done with it, I can't listen to it anymore because like I've juiced it up.
In the process of it being the EP that you're currently working on, you listen to that a lot. lot until it's done, and then you kind of like
then I have to let go. Then that's why it's so hard to like promote my shit again. It's like I've listened to like, and I feel like that's how you kind of like feel how much time it can really resonate with people. It's like, how long did I like this song for? I know I only got this how many plays out of it, and then you really can know like how much it could be for other people who have similar ears to you. But yeah,
we were talking about Spotify and how many plays if you woke up to you would be happy with. You said 500,000.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's really good.
God damn, that's a lot. But there's so many artists, and we were talking about this, like small artists that don't have any following, but their music is just good, and then out of nowhere, they get like 10 million plays.
Yeah,
Spotify is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say, Spotify, I've been supporting you for about 5 or 6 years.
Right.
I've been paying too, and I download a lot of bullshit music from torrents. So help the boy out, DVG. Come on, fucking feature the dude.
Right. Please, just Spotify team.
One feature.
Just one feature.
That's all
please.
I'm at. Like, what do I have to do?
I think Crack It Down, my song, did get into something.
Well, like, so you'll get into playlists, and there's so many playlists on Spotify, you know, big and small.
Yeah.
But Spotify got a couple.
Yeah.
That if your song gets in there,
that's really good.
Ooh, that might change your life.
Yeah, but you know, do you remember when we made that video of we got the Ronin and you filmed me by the houses? And
I do remember.
And I did like some type of voiceover to it. That was one of the first instances of me thinking I could make music. And
I don't even remember when that was.
That was
that's when I ran down that street near our taco place in West Hollywood, right? The Mexican spot we used to always go to.
Yes, that was around that time. That was like within weeks of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really remember when that was, but that's when
then I was like, I can make music videos because I was just putting my voice onto that with no music, and that's what I was like, I want to make music videos,
right.
And that's the second part for me right now, and that's what I'm in the process of doing.
The music videos,
which is really this is also a little bit cathartic for me. I'm trying to make something that I want to look at. So it's in a good time, but I don't know. I feel like good is coming. Like, you know, in for a while I've been talking about how things don't look good and it's been looking bad in every direction. I'm starting to feel like we could push it somewhere else.
Do you have I know we were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about potentially playing some songs that we never released.
Oh yeah.
Do you have it on your phone?
I have so much.
While you do that, I'm gonna do one more question,
that
baby.
Gets me.
Ooh.
Grant, my friend. Grant made this song.
All right. I'm gonna do this one really quick, Will. This is from David.
I don't know if I want to put any of mine in. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, think about it. He says, "Hey guys, my name's David, and I was wondering what was the turning point in your career when you gained a significant following? Was it after a certain video or shout out? What should I do?" He also talks about how he's a YouTuber, youtube.com/drobjokes. If he's talking about bad stuff, I didn't promote it. I'm making good stuff, I feel, but I don't know how to properly get my name out there. Any advice would be great. So yeah, I think you told this guy once that you would tell him if his videos were good. That's what he was saying at the bottom of the email.
But his question was,
how does he like get when did we?
What was a significant moment?
A significant moment in our career thus far, and then how does he get an audience? Damn, it's hard these days, man. It's hard these days on the internet, man.
Yeah, the internet is something else. I'd say mine, and this was just significant for me because and this is just a small one. The University, Arizona State University asked me to come.
Wasn't this like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, they asked me to come. Talk at. I mean, to come do a performance at their event at their college. And I was like, okay, I don't feel like I'm qualified to do this, but I did, and I ended up like teaching a little class about my life, and
That's cool.
It was about why I did, like ran for mayor and shit, and I was like, oh, I could totally be a college professor and do this easily.
You felt comfortable up there?
Yeah, I felt comfortable up there, yeah, and like I just know how to entertain.
Did you also enjoy it?
Yeah, I also very much enjoyed it. Like
wow.
I feel like I wish I had something even better to talk about so I could figure it out. So that after I performed those 2 shows, I was like, oh. That wasn't that hard, and I was like, I enjoyed doing that, and that was a very good moment for me.
I didn't realize you did 2.
Yeah, I was doing this the same night. They were right after back. Yeah.
Oh wow! How did those get? Like, does a teacher just go, "I want to bring somebody"?
It was
to talk?
a student.
Oh, a student's idea.
Yeah.
So they just do this in I never went to college, so I really don't know.
Yeah, she was organizing the event. Yeah.
Wow.
And she watched people be like.
And you can just bring anybody. You can tell your teacher and be like, I know a guy.
Yeah. And then I was that guy. Yeah.
Uncle Louie can come too. Just anybody.
Uncle Louie could come too for sure.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I had a good time.
A significant moment for me. we still have never spoke about this. When My Life Became Beautiful came out, that shit, I've never felt that way in my life. And it wasn't I feel I'm the fucking man. It wasn't that at all. Yo, I never cried so hard in my life. This was insane. So I was at Ava's house, and she was taking her mom home to the airport. Her mom was in New Zealand. And I remember I made a Snapchat. And for those who don't know, My Life Became Beautiful was my last EP, or 2 EPs ago. I made a Snapchat, and it was like at 7:30 at night. And I was like, hey, my EP's coming out in like 30 minutes. The only thing I wanted to do is chart on iTunes. If it does that, I'm going to fucking cry. And, iTunes has like a top 100, just like Billboard does as well. And then it came out 30 minutes later, and fucking the response was insane. I think it's because of this fucking podcast. People are incredible. Everybody was really nice. And then it charted within like 20 minutes. And it was like number 97 on iTunes. And my fucking heart like stopped. Someone tweeted me a thing, and I just like fucking started crying. My eyes were like watering. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I was by myself in my car, parked out in front of Ava's house. And she had left already. I was alone. And as the time passed, like my Twitter was fucking blowing up. I've never experienced this. Like it was like my phone was like broken because how much the shit was like refreshing. It was insane. And then like it went from 97 to 50 to 40 to 30 to 20, and then it got down to like number 9. And I was like, what the fuck? This is insane. And all night I was just looking at Snapchats and Instagrams from people and tweets and emails and everything. I couldn't sleep. I think I went to bed eventually by like at 4, but before that I was driving home back to our Encino apartment, and I was calling a bunch of people. I like called my sister. I called my dad, and my dad lives in Colorado, so at that point it was like midnight where he was, and he answered the phone, and we don't really talk on the phone often, so he thought something was wrong, and I was like, hello. And he's like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And I was just like crying. I was like, I fucking did it. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, my EP released and it's charting and I just needed to call somebody. And he said he was proud of me. And I was like, wow, that was cool. So then I hung up and I called a bunch of other people. And I was like, I cannot believe what's happening. And they apparently, like a lot of my friends told me the next day that they were watching it too. Like Danny Rosenberg came up to me and she's like, dude, I was on my phone all night watching the iTunes charts and your thing going up. It was amazing. I was like, wow, that's incredible. But then the significant thing, I went on a rant, but the significant moment is when Billboard contacted me. I was on the way to the train station. I was going to Comic-Con, and my fucking heart, once again, this whole weekend, I like almost died multiple times just from like a heart attack. I was on the way to the train station. I was in an Uber, I remember, because I was talking to the Uber driver. Very nice man. Don't remember his name. And Billboard emailed me, and they were like, hey, just want to let you know that your project is most likely going to chart on the Billboard Top 100. We need some information from you, so fill this out and send it back to us, and we'll let you know by Monday. And I was like, holy fuck. Even if this doesn't chart, I'm going to be so happy that I got an email from Billboard. That's incredible. Long story short, it didn't chart, unfortunately, and that sucks, but, even the fact that they emailed me is cool.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to fucking people that listen to this podcast and support our music.
Really appreciate
that is very incredible, and, man, I, to this day, haven't felt like that again.
Yeah.
But it's a weird feeling. I couldn't even imagine to the magnitude of, like, someone selling, like Drake or any pop star who sells, 1 million in a week.
I know, right?
1 million copies.
Yeah.
A million people pressed buy or went to Best Buy or however the fuck they consume their media.
That's a lot of people.
That's crazy.
It really is incredible, and it must be scary as well.
So scary.
Yeah.
So scary. You think that the things, like, think about, like, the things that we've posted online, and, people comment, and whether they say nice or bad things, it seems like a lot, right?
Yeah.
But that's like the smallest fraction of compared to these other artists. Like, not 1% maybe.
Yeah, true. Like, not a lot of people.
But maybe if it's that much noise, you just ignore it.
And in LA, like, I was talking to Trent about it. It was like, fame is so ordinary in Los Angeles. It's like, you walk around and everybody's like, oh yeah, I have a following on this and that. And it's like
this decade.
Yeah.
But like before, now, because like because of YouTube and Instagram, every fucking person has 100,000 followers.
And it's different. There's different types of it for sure. They were like, like people look at your shit, but then they look at you.
Yeah.
Like,
is there substance behind that?
Yeah.
But it's weird, man. Honestly, even 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when we were living back in Reseda, I feel like when you would go to a friend's gathering, maybe there was like 2 people and they had like 1 million subscribers. Or
it'd be very rare.
Off.
Oh, you mean people with huge followings now? Yeah.
But now, any party you go to, everyone, literally everyone has something. Because
everybody has something. Yeah,
they have a blog or they have a fucking vlog or whatever the fuck they talk about.
Everybody has some type of following. Yeah, I don't know if that's just where we're hanging out, but not everybody, not everywhere you go. Like I go back to the Bay and it's absolutely
weird.
different.
Even just like people who are not trying to do entertainment.
Yeah.
And they just want Instagram followers.
I paint people.
So what the fuck? People out here really doing it.
Yeah, and that's okay. I wonder when that will change into something else and what that will lead to in the future.
We just need to go back to MySpace.
MySpace
made hella music careers for people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It put Drake on. It put this dude named Never Shout Never on, even though he's kind of fallen off now. Who else had it put on? It put on a lot of people. A lot of like the death metal bands I listened to was all through MySpace, and it like gave them huge careers.
Yeah.
Facebook doesn't do that, or it's not as. You know how you used to be able to add a song to your MySpace page?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Were you big on MySpace?
I didn't. I mean, yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Were you too young though?
Did I have a following on it though?
No. Like, were you?
Yeah, I was on it a lot. And I would code. Code. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like the fact that you could put songs on your MySpace page,
and then people would play it.
Yeah, people would play. Not only would they play it because MySpace was more of like a viewing experience. You go to their page as opposed to just look at a timeline, which I think is way better because it's it feels
more personal.
Exactly. But people would hide their music. They wouldn't show the artist is, and you would have to do like some special view page source type of shit
to find out who to
see who it is. But because of that, because of you can hiding it, but even just having it on your profile, it fucking blew people up, man. People were getting millions of plays back in the day.
And you know what it really was finding out how people wanted to consume media at the time.
What do you mean?
And like that you want to make somebody's MySpace page song, and that's what you do. Like maybe like 2 years ago, you were like, I want something that they're gonna play in all the Vines.
Yeah, that really was. I was talking to an artist at a party, and we were talking about like marketing and things like that because he was a Viner, but he's coming out with music now as an artist, and he was afraid that his audience, because they know him for a very specific thing, and he was telling me anytime he posts on his Instagram that is not that very specific thing. I don't want to give details, but when he posts just a photo of himself, he loses thousands and thousands of followers.
Oh, really?
But when he posts the video of the very specific thing he has, he gains a bunch. But people just don't like to see photos of him, I guess.
Yeah.
And it really made him sad.
You know what is interesting to me is UberFacts. You remember UberFacts?
Yeah.
I think you told me about that Twitter page. The guy on it, I forget his name. I feel like it's Chris Sanchez or something like that.
I don't know.
But he's like, he does UberFacts. And sometimes he's like, hi, I'm on UberFacts too. But he's like I remember I would look at the comments and be like, fuck you. But he's like, whatever, I'm just going to be on my platform. And it really works.
Oh, when he would just say personal shit?
Because it's such a specific thing. It's just facts. But he just worked through it and was like, I'm going to incorporate other people into it too.
Those type of Twitter pages were really popular back in the day.
Yeah, you could really do something important with it. Yeah,
Female
it's still
facts,
going on. Yeah,
sex facts, like OMG facts.
Yeah.
Like, do people still follow those type of things?
Yeah, this is still super popular. I'm saying
he
did it so well enough that I think other people are also on it too. But originally a page like that, people were like, I only want to get a fact.
Right.
Don't show me a single person. Yeah.
Yeah, or like the joke ones were good.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that artist, he was afraid about launching his music career because he didn't know if the people were going to care or not. But he told me one of his marketing plans were his management have ties to some type of fucking business where they get all the Viners or all the fucking Instagrammers now, I guess you would call them, and they all have them play their song in the Vine or the Instagram video, and like that's the way of promotion.
Yeah.
And you just they make a funny video with that song as the punchline or that song in the background.
Yeah.
And that's really like a way of making something viral now.
And as an artist, you don't want to do things like that. You're like, I don't want to subject my beautiful piece of art to something so immediate.
Yeah,
but,
I guess it depends on what kind of artist you are.
Yeah, and if in LA where everything is about popularity, numbers, that's something you have to take into consideration.
Damn.
I'm very tired. I mean, I love this city, obviously, but I need to go somewhere else soon because, in the process of making my current project, like, I really went into me, and I was just like, there's just so much external, roots of, like, Los Angeles that I feel like, I mean, you know, I'll get it wherever I go. It's just part of growing, but, like, I feel like there's just some energy, like, that I really need to just shed for a while.
I think it's the entertainment industry.
Yeah, and I love it, though. That's the thing. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is what I want to do right now, but it's just, like, there's other sides to it, like, you know, there's other things.
I think that's just passion. I think when you're passionate about, I was talking to somebody, I forgot who it was, but when you're passionate about, was it you?
Probably.
When you're passionate about something, I mean, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be. Oh no, it wasn't you. It was this dope dude that I met this week. When you're passionate about, I think he said passion translates in what did he say, Greek or some shit to pain, or I don't know. That's horribly wrong, but it was something similar to that. But it's like, it's true. It's like when you're passionate about something, the majority of the journey is going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's like when you finally reach the destination, when you're going to die or whatever, like that's when it's like you can finally go and take a breath.
Yeah, exactly. That I agree with him. And that's why masochists thrive here, I think, in this city. If you already like aren't like trying to feel good about yourself all the time, like you can do it. And it's so hard. It's so sad to look at it as such a negative lens, but yeah.
Which one's the masochist? That's the one.
That's you like you enjoy hurting yourself, but I'm using it in the sense of you don't mind yourself getting hurt or feeling pain in the process.
What's the other word?
Sadistic? Yeah.
What's that one? They like doing the pain?
I'm really unsure. I only know masochistic.
So my first girlfriend.
Oh my God, what?
We used to talk on the phone a lot, and it was a house phone. I don't know if I've ever shared this story. It was a house phone, which sucks because if you have siblings, you know they go on the other line and listen. I used to do it to my sister. And that sucks because like you couldn't tell when somebody was listening unless you hear them breathing.
Yeah, so all you had to do on phones from back then was put your finger onto the thing that clicks and just pick up the phone.
So I remember that just made me think of my brother always listening to my phone calls, or think it was a joke. He was an older brother. That's what he does. But I was talking to my girlfriend at the time, and at this point we've only like barely kissed. We hadn't made out at this point. I was like 15 years old or some shit. I don't know. I was too scared. And she was telling me she was kind of like trying to gauge where I was at. And she's like, "Are you into S&M?"
Oh my God.
And I'm 15 years old. And I was like, one, I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Yeah.
So I'm by my computer trying to like search what that means. But she's like, yeah, like I really like when my last boyfriend pushed me up against a wall and made out with me. And I was like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm into that.
I'm never that guy. I'm sorry. I'm so much. I would love to be pushed up against the wall.
I told you how that relationship ended, right?
No.
Yeah, she was my first kiss.
Damn, I wish I was smooth.
She was my first kiss, and we kissed out in front of a donut store, just like with your...
Yeah, my first kiss was in front of a donut store.
Aww. And then, but she broke up with me because I never made out with her. At that time, I didn't know how.
Yeah.
How the fuck, nobody taught me.
As a 23-year-old, I can kiss.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
As a 23-year-old,
yeah, I can kiss. Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
You can
I
kiss.
wish I could talk to me at 16, 17 and be like,
I know,
look,
just teach
dude,
him some shit.
Don't even think about that shit.
But yeah, I was always so scared and nervous about it. I wasn't good with girls, but she eventually broke up with me because I wouldn't make out with her because she liked the S&M dirty shit.
Wow, man, she wanted too much from you.
Now she has kids and she's married.
That's some crazy ass shit. Like, that's some crazy consent. Like, you need consent. You have to like talk first and say like, these are all the things that I'm okay with.
We have to like,
yeah. I think that's what she was trying to get to. But you were like, I'm not even close. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess she was doing the right thing, right?
Yeah.
She's doing it on the phone, so it doesn't put me on the spot. I mean, it's still putting me on the spot, but it's not like in
You were
person.
15.
I was 15
people
or 14.
Always wanted to fuck you. People are like, no. People just trying to talk to me. Like, no. Like, everybody that's been with me was never like, man, Will's about to beat my pussy up. No one has ever said that.
That's why we get those fucking emails.
They're like, Will is about to be my sole companion.
No, honestly, like even now, like I feel like in my whole life, my history with girls is like there are about 4 that are interested, and then I date one for a very long time, and I'm like a relationship guy.
Yeah, you really are.
But like when I was in high school. There was, I dated a girl pretty much my whole high school period, career, is that what they call it? But the girls that I wanted never liked me.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't popular, so that's, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, obviously I'm like a serial single person. I'm very different than you.
You told me a story yesterday that I never had heard. Are you willing to share it?
I don't remember what I said.
About the first girl that you really liked and what you did? That's a bad setup.
Okay, that's so. Oh yeah. Oh God. Basically, the first girl that I ever liked.
How old?
I'd say this was 8th grade. The last day of 8th grade. It actually was before we went to 9th grade. Was Fabiola.
Is that 14?
No, 8 plus 5. I was like, so yeah, like, yeah, I guess like 14, 15 actually, yeah. Okay. I was like, I like Fabiola. Okay. I realized that right at the last day of school, and I walked back into history class. It was our history teacher who, like, his wife had divorced him during the period, so he was like, we're just gonna watch Forrest Gump for the rest of the year. And I walked back into the class, and I was like, Fabiola, you're the one that I like.
Really?
Yeah, because she had straight A's. She was the smartest girl in the school. She just went to Berkeley and graduated. I was like, she's the one. She always had the best grades since 6th grade.
Well,
so
how did she react to what you saying that?
She was obviously very embarrassed. She didn't want to be put on the spot.
Oh, really?
And I was like, Fabiola, you just one I like. This is the first girl I ever liked. I remember this is the first time I was like, cause when you're young, you're like, I don't like her. I was like, oh, this is the first girl I actually am gonna admit that I do like. And yeah, she's getting married this Sunday.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. Why did you invite me?
Wow. To rub it in?
To rub it in to Frankie, her first boyfriend.
Is it in the Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to the Bay for it?
Yes, I am.
Are you driving or flying?
I'm driving.
Wow, you're going solo?
We'll see what happens.
You might take a +1.
You never.
Don't you have to already
take over?
Don't you have to tell him if you have a +1? Remember How I Met Your Mother episode?
RSVP,
he's like, I definitely did a +1.
Yeah, I might have already RSVP'd, and we'll see what happens.
You didn't tell the best part of what happened though.
Oh yeah, okay. No, I'm not gonna tell that part.
You have to. You have to. You have to. You have to.
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Look, no, what the hell? Look, I got invited to the wedding, okay?
All right.
Okay.
You didn't have to say her name.
Right. You're right. I didn't have to say her name, so maybe we should bleep it, and then I can say what I actually did.
Yeah, I'll bleep that. That was at an hour.
And I said her husband's name too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I was like, and she's getting married to.
All right, we'll bleep that too. Just remember at an hour. What did you do?
Okay, yeah, it was.
It's not that bad, but
it's not even bad at all because I was a young child.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I'm because we live in the fucking ghetto, Richmond. I was like, I'm gonna follow her home and make sure she gets there safely.
But I'm not gonna tell her.
No, she knew. I was like, I'm gonna do this. So I got on the same bus as her, and I was like, I'm gonna help you get home because I was just the most chipper little boy.
How far behind were you?
I mean, like a distance, sometimes next to her, but she was like, it's okay. And look, we were friends. And I know now. Don't do that.
And what'd she do?
She went into her house, and then I turned around and walked all the way home.
But you told me that she told people.
Oh, she told people, and everybody laughed.
That's mean?
I mean, I did it. Like, I ain't embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, to this day, I was never embarrassed about it. Yeah.
Did you ever get embarrassed in high school?
Maybe a little bit, but like, you know, if we like something that you were doing for like a genuine reason, like, I mean, y'all could laugh at me all you want. Like, thank you. Especially the times when I wanted to be a comedian.
So you didn't tell me that you told her you were gonna follow her.
I mean, once I was doing it, I didn't realize till after school. But yeah.
Oh, you saw her.
Yeah, and I was like, you're going home, and I was like, oh, I love her. And I was like, so
did you both get off at the same stop?
No, like I lived across the street from Kennedy at the time.
So you jumped on the bus.
Yeah,
you didn't have to.
No,
So you were genuinely like, I need to make sure she gets home.
Yeah, because we live in the fucking ghetto.
But just that one day after that, you're like, she's got
it. I don't think I ever did it again. But
really?
Yeah, I remember like people would always like laugh at me about that, and they were just like, why would you do that? And I was like, nah, I get it. Obviously, you learn as you get older. But yeah,
I guess that's really that's a move a gentleman will do.
Yeah, but too much. But when you're a kid, you don't get it.
When you're a kid, it's
you
too
don't
much.
get it.
But if you're an adult and you did that, if she knew, if you were friendly, if she wasn't afraid of you, and you were just like, hey, I just want to make sure you get home safe. I think that's pretty smooth, right?
Yeah. Well, see, the girl and I were like friends in 6th grade. She had like a couple friends with other girlfriends, and I would just always talk to them. I was like, oh man, she's so smart. I like her a lot. 7th grade happened again, but that's when I met Nye, and then 8th grade.
I know her.
Yeah, Nye.
Wow.
Yeah, Nye is my earliest friend, actually.
I haven't seen her for 5 years?
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Since that time we went to that ice cream spot? Yeah.
I don't remember what we did, but didn't you tell her, like, didn't she say, like, I was cute or something?
Yeah, she said you were handsome.
And you didn't like that?
I was like, God damn it, Daren. Yeah.
Let's do one more question. What do you think about that?
Okay. That did happen, though. I love Nye. She will be at the wedding.
All right. This is, speaking of weddings, this is, the title is My Wedding. This is from Daniel. It says, what up, boys? I get married on Friday the 13th of October. I'm thinking someone in a Jason mask should come to the wedding. Good idea or best idea? I think best idea.
Best idea.
I think you got to scare the bride.
Dude.
Or the grandma or somebody.
You got to do something interesting. Wait, is it his wedding or someone else's?
His wedding.
Yeah, do something interesting.
He says he's been listening to the podcast since the beginning, and now he's getting married. Wow, that's great.
Congratulations. I know that if I'm having a wedding, and I've been saying this for my friends for the past couple months, is like I want to just have a wedding. I don't need to actually get married. I just want to like really celebrate some woman that I think is beautiful, and like we'll just have a wedding and then that's it. But like if I'm having a wedding, something weird's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
What are those called? If there has to be some type of party like that it's like a wedding, but nobody's getting married.
You're right. I should be able to like be like, this is the woman that I think is incredible.
Yeah, like maybe it's like throwing like a prom or something.
We ain't even got to consummate that shit. I'll just go home and think about it.
Okay, yeah. Like, I think it's like a prom. Throw a prom. I never got to go to my prom, so, I think it would be a good experience.
I'm so consumed with my career, I'll probably never actually get married, so let's just do it now.
Okay, throwing a she didn't text back
Who
prom.
Who should I get married to?
Sell tickets for $20.
Wait, nah, I'm not trying to do no prom.
Really?
No, hell no.
Homecoming?
Nah, I don't like none of that high school stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I don't ever want to be in high school again. Like, people, like, project back to high school. No, I don't, or look at these high school stories. I don't remember none of that shit.
Wow. Yeah. Would you go to your high school reunion?
Yeah, I'll go to mine. But I don't ever want to see myself as that again. I don't know, maybe I'm just in that age. Hold on, motherfuckers.
I don't even know how to get invited to that shit.
Oh.
Please be your mom.
No, it's not. No, it's somebody else.
So, yeah, I do think that somebody should wear the Jason mask.
That's yours.
I think you should try to scare some motherfuckers. And I maybe have a haunted maze. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Think about your life.
It's an interesting date. I hope it doesn't bring you bad luck. Isn't that like a superstition? Friday the 13th? Isn't that like
yeah.
That's some spooky shit, right?
That's spooky dookie.
I mean, I don't know.
Do it. Do you love her?
Maybe. Not sure yet. Trying to figure that out.
Oh, shit. I'm still holding the tripod.
You're still standing.
Yeah.
This whole time. You've been standing for 50 minutes.
I had to. My legs are getting tired.
Yeah. I think that's that. Is that are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've been going an hour. I hope that's been an hour.
Yeah. Love is real.
Go on iTunes and rate the podcast.
We'd really appreciate it.
We're trying to get some people's to hear it. People who have never heard it before.
Yeah.
My name's Daren. This is Will. You can find Will on Twitter
at Mr. William Haynes, or on Instagram at William Haynes.
Or me on Twitter at Daren Von Gerdner, as well as on Instagram.
Having fun on Instagram these days.
I don't really post that much, but you can follow me. I don't really like social media. That being said, like I said earlier, we were on Sam and DJ's podcast. If you want to find that, I'll tweet it out, or I'm sure Sam will as
Only
well.
Stupid Answers.
OnlyStupidAnswers.com. It's actually, that was a really fun episode.
It really was.
And I think that's it for now, unless Will has anything.
Love is real, peace is kind. Follow on the social mind. That didn't rhyme.